Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We are looking at dividing by a ratio. Now, in this first example, example number 1, £300 is shared between Anne and Tom in the ratio 2 to 3. How much does each person get? First of all, what we need to understand is 3 basic principles for this type of question. So let's have a look. What are the 3 basic steps? So, step number 1. Okay, I did ask for a red and I still got a gray. Step number 1. Step number 1, we always add
the two ratios.
Add the ratios. So we can do that as well on the side. So what are the ratios?
2 and 3.
So 2 add 3 will give us 5. So we write down the rule, we do the working out. Step number 2. Step 2 involves, what does it involve? Dividing. So it's dividing the question, the value in the number by answer part 1. Dividing the value given in the question, value given in the question by the answer to step 1. That's short for answer to step 1. So let's do that. What is the value I'm talking about? The value in the question is what? 300. So we get our 300. And then we divide it by the answer to part 1. What is the answer to part 1?
5.
5. Okay, hang on a second. So then that gives us an answer of
60.
60. Lovely. Step number 3 now. Nearly finished? Once you've done it once or twice, you'll see how nice and straightforward it is. Step 3. Now this involves what calculation? Times. First one's add the ratio. Number 2, divide by the answer to part 1. And number 3 is? So times the answer to
the ratio.
To step 2. Okay, let's get into that. That'll be easier. To step 2. The answer, multiply the answer, should be really of step 2. By the ratio.
So you do 60 times 2.
Sure, I haven't got there yet. So we done, first of all, we done adding.
I can't see.
Then we done division. Now we're going to get the 60 and we're going to multiply it by the ratio. What was the ratio, by the way?
2 and 3.
2 and 3. Okay. Okay, I have even got my okay, I've even ratio, what's that? What's it?
What did it say?
Okay, did we just see that? Anybody see that? I've even got my virus scanner advertising Valentine's Day. I just closed it. Okay, go on. Okay, Mr. Ismail, what is you want to say?
So what? That's step 2.
Step 2. You're on step 2 still? Oh, here we are.
The
Multiply the answer of step 2 by the ratio. So 60 times by 2 will give us an answer of
120.
and 60 times by 3 will give us an answer of
180. Do we simplify it?
if you simplify, you end the back of the ratio.
Oh,
No, we're not simplifying, and we don't actually eat rulers either. It's not good for your health. Just generally saying, random comment there. So now, this one is 120. This one is 180, and the first one is Anne. So how much does Anne get?
120.
And how much does Tom get?
180.
180. And what does it add up together? 300. So these are the steps. First step is we add. Second step is we divide. And the third step is times. Now, in the question that you do, when you do your question now, this is what I would like to see in your working out.
What's that?
Oh, no. So you haven't let me say anything. You haven't let me show you first. I need to see at least this part.
That looks like a shoe.
Yeah. So I need to see at least that part. You don't need to show me all the writing, have all the steps and stuff. So that is what you need to do. So I'm going to write up for your question now for you to have a go straight away. So here comes your question. Okay, so you have to, that's example 1. This is question 1. I want to, we have divide 700 grams in the ratio there you go. So there's the question for you now. Divide 700 grams in the ratio 1 to 2 to 4. It doesn't matter if you have 3 ratios, it's the same thing. Add all 3 of them up and so on and so on. So that's the question for now, and I'm going to pause the video and get a blank page so you can have a quick go at that question as the secondary. Okay, folks, here's the second question that I gave the students to do. Divide 700 grams in the ratio 1 to 2 to 4. So we don't need to write out the rules now, we just need to do the rules. Let's see how quickly and how nicely we can do this question. So we start off with 700 grams. Okay, now we need to add these up, is that right?
So that's 7,000.
Okay, oops, 700 grams. Okay, so 1 add 2 add 4 will give us 7. So the first part is add the ratio, and then you get the number in the question, and then you
Divide
there you go, this is what divide. So 7,000 divided by 7 will give you
100.
100. Now we've done the adding part here, so I'm gonna add here. Here we go. Little add sign here. So 1 add 2 add 4 that gives you 7. 700 divided by 7 is 100. And then what's the last part?
Times 1, times 2, times 4. Yeah.
Okay. So times by 1, and by 2, and by 4. What's 100 times by 1?
100.
100 times by 2,
200.
and 100 times by 4.
400.
Okay, lovely. Are we happy with that? So 700 grams. If we first of all added the ratio, and when you added the ratio, okay, the answer gave us, adding part gave us 7. Then we done the dividing part, that gave us 100. And then we multiplied everything, and that gave us the answers that we have here at the bottom. And that's the end of this particular video.